Hey guys, welcome back to Adventure Camping. Tactical Nut here with another knife review for you. Today we're going to be talking about the Cold Steel Voyager, so stay tuned and we'll get to it. Alright ladies and gentlemen, I am very proud to be bringing you this review of the Cold Steel Voyager. I'm just going to have to tell you right out the gate, I have really enjoyed using this knife. It was just a joy. Just give you a little appearance of what it looks like. This is the box that it came in. Cold Steel Voyager, medium tanto point. There's your product number and stuff. And also featuring the Triad Lock. Right now, the Triad Lock, I will say, is probably the strongest lockup of any folding knife in the world. I mean, it is just amazing. I've watched a lot of videos you can find on YouTube that show the strength of the different lockups of the different cold steel knives, and I believe the medium has a 180-pound weight limit that it can hold before the lock will give. Now, as you can see here, there's just a little pin right there. That's part of your Triad locking system, and I mean, as you can see, this thing is no wiggle front to back. I mean, it is a lock back, so they tend to be a lot more secure anyway. But before we really get into it, let's go ahead and knock out the stats, like I like to say. First and foremost, AUS-8A steel with a stonewash finish, tanto point design, as I said earlier. You can see Cold Steel logo. It is made in Taiwan. The handle scales, this is a 3-inch blade. Handle scales are a FRN, which is a fiberglass reinforced nylon. Very high traction. The pocket clip, it's only a two-way pocket clip, only left or right side tip up. I know lots of people that are very particular about how they carry their knives, but I have found that also most people like to carry theirs tip up, so kind of goes for that, right? The pocket clip is good. We'll show real quick about how much is going to stick out of your pocket. You can see here, so not too bad, comes out pretty easy. Now, I have heard a lot of people complain that this traction is so grippy, right? It's so high traction that it just thrashes their pants. So what they do is they'll remove the pocket clip and then sand it down right up underneath where it would come into contact with your pocket and pocket clip. I'm going to agree with that, mostly because it's hard for me to tell, because I use so many pocket knives that most of my pockets are already kind of thrashed. But in the beginning, I mean, this clip, I mean, as you can see and hear, it's very tight. So it takes a little bit to get a smooth pull out of the pocket, but it didn't take very long to loosen it up enough to be able to remove it quickly. And for a lockback, I mean, that is a really smooth action. Another thing that I like about it that I haven't found with most lockbacks that I use, when you depress the button, I mean, it just drops. Now at first, you will have to be kind of careful about that, because I did nick my fingers a couple of times, not realizing it would drop so far, so easily. But yeah, I mean, so you got one-handed opening and closing, see there? Luckily, didn't come in that time. I mean, because I keep this thing razor sharp, dude. This AUS-8A steel and the heat treat that Cold Steel does, I mean, it takes a razor sharp edge. I mean, you could literally shave with it. And it is really easy to get that razor sharp edge right back on it. So there's your stop pin from this angle. And so you can tell why that lockup is so strong. But man, I tell you, very, very comfortable grip. Depending on what size hands you have, as you can see here, you get 3 fingers in there really comfortably. This one's going to sit right here, but definitely not uncomfortable in any way. I noticed no real hot spots. It's only 3.5 ounces. Cold Steel can do some really good jobs of keeping the weight down on some of their knives. Does have aluminum liners, so they're a little bit lighter than stainless steel liners, but I think they could definitely go a step further and just eliminate them altogether. I know a lot of people, they when they put them in, they say it's to help keep, you know, torsion strength. But I'm not going to pry with any of my pocket knives, right? You shouldn't be prying stuff within your pocket knives. I mean, unless it's just an extreme emergency, and by that point, who cares if the knife breaks, right? Price I paid for this, well, you can typically get it for anywhere from $28 to $35, depending on what websites you're looking at, Amazon, eBay. I got mine from Devor, D-V-O-R. It's a pretty cool website. It's they run sales for like 3 days at a time. So they have a sale on cold steel knives. It lasts for 3 days, and then they move on to something else. But they have a variety of stuff that they offer for sale. So it's not just like only cold steel for 3 days. You got a whole list of stuff. Most of the stuff on that website, depending on where you shop, sometimes I can get it the same price anywhere else online, and sometimes they have really awesome deals, which is why I got this, because I had reward points built up. So even though it was normally $35, I paid $15. So you can't go wrong with a $15 cold steel Voyager. This is a knife. I love pinch flicking the ends open. Alright guys, sorry about that. Tactical Pup saw another puppy that was running loose in the neighborhood, so I guess he thought screaming at it would make it come over. Alright guys, I mean, I don't know what more to say about this besides for I love it. As you can see, there's a little bit of molded jimping in here. Don't really feel it. Don't really know why they would have spent the time to put that there, because there's really no traction to it whatsoever. No jimping on the back of the blade, but I also have not seen a need for it. I mean, because of this shape, as you can see, your hand really locks in there. So there, you can do all kinds of tasks. As you can see, you can remove the pocket or the thumb stud if you needed to, but that would be kind of dumb. Alright, so as you can see, you got a groove cut out for your thumb studs. Gives you plenty of room to be able to flick that bad boy out and to deploy it rapidly. Now, most knives, pocket knives that I have, I always just put into the EDC category, very rarely the woods blades category, because most pocket knives just aren't strong enough to really put to heavy duty use. I mean, they can carve, they can shave, a little bit of wood and stuff like that, but for the most part, you're going to use them for opening packages, cutting up cardboard, cutting rope, different man-made materials or whatever around your house and at work or whatever. This one I will put into the woods blades category. I was going to have a demo set up where I could really demonstrate some of the more capabilities of this knife, and I may do it at a later date, but it has been raining for 3 days straight now. It just had a break in the weather, so I thought I would come out and shoot the review. So I'll do a follow-up demo later, because it's already, the cloud's already rolling back in, and it's going to probably start raining any time now. But I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed it. I'm telling you, cold steel Voyager, get one today. You will not regret it. They even now, I will say this one thing, they are adding a carpenter steel to the possibilities of buying one of these, and that carpenter steel is amazing. I'll have to double check what the price is. I'll probably annotate it in the description box below when I look it up. And so once, depending on the price of it, I have to look that up. I may be getting one of those, because this knife design in and of itself is awesome. If they upgraded the steel, almost like anything else, I mean, it's really, really awesome. Okay, guys. Hope this helps you in your purchasing decisions. In the meantime, be prepared, have fun.